Hey guys, it's Jen. Welcome back to my channel and welcome back to another weekend prep video. I have got an awesome video for you today. I'm going to be sharing some cooking and cleaning motivation. I also have a grocery haul to share with you. We did clean out a little bit of my office this weekend, take some things to Goodwill. I'm also going to be sharing a delicious Sunday brunch with steak, eggs, and mimosas, so stay tuned for that. So it's Saturday morning right now and I'm just kind of opening up the curtains and I'm sharing a little bit of my spring decor. I really need to go down in the basement and refresh it a little bit, but my first task Saturday morning is to make breakfast. So I'm going to pop some bacon into the oven and then I'm going to make some coffee. Normally on the weekends I like to make a pot of coffee because Adam and I will both drink it and it just goes a lot farther than just making the single K-cups. And I had some pancake mix in the pantry that I wanted to get used up. I'll show you that here in a second, but this is the coffee that I'm using right now. It's really good. And the pancake mix is actually the Swerve low carb pancake mix that I get from Thrive Market. It's really, really good. I would definitely recommend it. I feed it to my kids all the time and they don't even notice the difference, honestly, between that and regular pancakes. It's made with almond flour and sweetener rather than regular sugar. So in my bowl, I just had a little bit of milk, egg, and oil, and I also added some vanilla to there, and I'm just going to mix that up. And you want to let the batter sit for about 5 to 10 minutes to let the almond flour rehydrate. So now I'm going to add some half and half to my coffee and get these pancakes cooked while the bacon is in the oven. One of Connor's favorites for Saturday morning breakfast is pancakes and bacon. So I'm always glad when I can make that with a little bit less sugar, and I'm just adding some light maple syrup to the top with the bacon on the side. Yum. Okay, so I have a quick grocery haul to share with you from Thrive Market, and they are actually sponsoring this week's weekend prep video, so thank you to them. You guys know that I love ordering from them and love working with them. Right now they are having a special promotion, so if you guys are wanting to order from them, they are doing 25% off your first order, plus you get a free gift. I'll have the link in the description box. It's thrivemarket.com/Jen Chapin, so definitely take advantage of that. So they also have some protein boxes like meat, poultry, seafood, and I've been getting those and really liking them. This time I got a mix of poultry, beef, and seafood, and I'm looking forward to incorporating that into some meals coming up. But they pack that on dry ice and it comes to me completely frozen. It's awesome. You don't even have to leave your house. So let me share with you guys what I got in my non-perishables order. Like I said, I order from them usually about twice a month. And so I have the 12-month membership. It comes out to less than $5 a month, but they do have a month-to-month option if you want to try it out. And it is risk-free with a 30-day money-back guarantee if you need that. So I did pick up some more of these snacking olives. These are for Adam. He really likes these, and it's nice because they are non-perishable, so he can take them to work when he goes and they don't have to be refrigerated, and it's a great low-carb snack. One thing I want to mention too is they frequently have awesome sales and freebies. This was actually a freebie, these two items right here. This case of nitro cold brew coffee along with this almond butter. I just got it in my email that they were offering a free gift, and so I think that's super awesome. They sent the Yum Butter Superfood Almond Butter, so I will be excited to try that. And then they also sent this case of the Nitro Cold Brew Oat Milk Latte. This is actually dairy-free and sugar-free. Well, no added sugar anyway. I think there's just sugar in there from the oat milk, so I might have to see if my sister wants to try some of these too, but that is a very generous freebie. I also got some of the Expeller pressed avocado oil spray. I don't believe I've ever purchased avocado oil spray before, so I wanted to try that out. I also ordered some ghee. Bobby Parrish from Flav City influenced me to get this and try it for some different things. I was super excited to see these grain-free taco shells back in stock. I love these, so I went ahead and ordered 2 boxes. Fun fact, I'm actually going to be doing a live cook with me in April, so we're going to do taco night. I'll have more information about that coming later, but I'm super excited for that. I did order some more of this wildflower honey. I really like this. Definitely a good quality honey, and I normally use that in recipes. I also picked up some of the medium Thrive Market salsa. This is really good if you've never tried it before. Some Primal Kitchen Kitchen avocado oil mayo. This is cheaper on Thrive Market than it is in my grocery store. They also have a barcode scanner on their app, so you can scan things in the store and compare the prices, which I think is awesome. And then I also got some of this Primal Kitchen sesame garlic dressing, or I'm sorry, sesame ginger dressing. So this morning when I made pancakes, I used the Swerve pancake mix, which is really good, but this is just as good. You can get both from Thrive Market. This is the low glycemic pancake and waffle mix, the Switch brand. This is delicious. When I make this, my kids can't even tell the difference between this and regular pancakes. It's fabulous. So I would recommend this if you're looking to cut down on sugar. And then same with the cake mixes. I got some of the vanilla cake, really good. Would definitely recommend that too. I needed some more baking soda and baking powder. I like buying these because I can keep them in a mason jar, and it's much easier to get in there with a tablespoon or a teaspoon when you're baking than it is those goofy cardboard boxes. I also picked up some Cajun seasoning. So it's been a while since I've had Cajun seasoning, and I wanted to try theirs. It looks really good, so I'll have to come up with some recipes for that. I also got some of their coconut floss. So I've been using coconut floss in another brand, and I really, really like it. So I decided to try theirs, this peppermint flavor. I also decided to try these regrained super grain puffs. These are the aged sharp cheddar. They look really good. I got some dates in a lot of the baking that I'm doing. That's like keto or paleo. I guess not keto, but the paleo baking calls for dates. So I got another box of those. I also saw these really fun stainless steel containers, and I thought these would be good for the kids' school lunches. So it came with 3 in the package, and they are stainless steel, and then they have these little silicone lids, which are really easy to get on and off, which is awesome for kids' lunches. So I'm looking forward to using those. I also got some coffee. I'm a total coffee junkie, and when I saw they had this vanilla nut Thrive ground coffee, I wanted to try that. I did also get some jovial pasta. We've been using this brown rice pasta in lieu of regular pasta, and it's really, really good. I would recommend it. I got the farfalle and just the regular spaghetti. I also decided to try this Food Stir keto chocolate brownie mix. When I make dessert, like on the weekends, I've been trying to, or not trying, I guess I really have been doing the sugar-free baking mixes. So that's been a good switch. I got some black beans that came in a 2-pack. I also got some tapioca flour. So I've seen a couple of specialty recipes call for this. And the last time I had a recipe that called for it, I actually tried to grind up some tapioca pearls in my food processor, and it didn't work very well. So I just decided to get the bag of this. They actually have some focaccia recipe on the back, so that's nice. But yeah, I decided to get that for the pantry. And then my kids love these applesauce pouches. They have no added sugar, and it's the strawberry applesauce with probiotics. So if you have kids that like applesauce, I would definitely recommend those. So that is all I got in my box this time. If you guys want to try it out, I would definitely recommend it. The link again is thrivemarket.com/Jen Chapin for 25% off your first purchase, which is huge, plus a free gift. Okay, so this is what Adam and I basically worked on all day. It's about 7 p.m. now, so like I said, it's much later. But do you guys remember? So this is in my office looking out the front of the house. We had a huge piece of furniture right here that actually used to be an old toy box that Adam built for the kids, but we had our printers and stuff on top of it. However, we needed to move it because I ordered a spin bike. I know you guys are like, WTF, you're not going to use it. Well, I'm going to tell you right now in front of God and everyone that I'm going to use it. Murphy says fully support. Yeah, so I'll be sharing more about that later, but we needed a place to put it, and I wanted to put it up here because I wanted to put it somewhere where it was easily accessible, where I could even use it while I'm working. I know that sounds goofy, but when you're on conference calls and let's say you don't have to speak and you're just listening, you could totally ride a bike, right? I mean, come on. So I have here on the floor, this is actually how long it's going to be. So I kind of just wanted to make sure that we were going to have enough space, and I need to kind of clean some of this stuff up over here, but that is what we were working on today. So we had a bunch of clothes that we needed to take to Goodwill, and then Connor got a new bike, so we needed to take his old bike bike to Goodwill. Kira grew out of her bike. We need to take her bike to Goodwill. And so that's what we did this afternoon, was we took a trip to Goodwill. Adam helped me itemize all of the donations, and then we took those over there, which was like huge. I still have some cleaning up to do in here, and I still have some things that I want to sell on Poshmark, both mine and the kids' clothes. And then the other thing I've been working on today is just editing a video. I have a grocery haul that I want to get posted tonight, so that is done. I just finished editing it, and I'm uploading it on YouTube now, so I need to do the description box and everything, but I'm not sure what we're gonna do for dinner. So it was kind of a weird day. We woke up kind of late, well, late for us. We woke up at like 9 a.m. and then I made, well, you guys saw me make breakfast, and so that wasn't ready until between like 9:30 and 10. So we ate breakfast late, and then we ended up eating lunch later. So then now it's kind of like past dinner time, and we're like a little bit hungry, but not super hungry. So I don't know. I think I might just heat up some hot dogs. I know, super classy, right? But I have some in the fridge, and I bought some hot dog buns, and I might do some air fryer fries. I know, super healthy and fancy, right? But sometimes you just gotta have hot dogs for dinner. I mean, what? It's like, there's nothing wrong with that. Everyone loves a good hot dog. Okay, so I settled for a sandwich and Cheetos for dinner. Connor ate yogurt and something else. Kira hasn't come downstairs yet. Adam ate something. I don't know. We're all just rolling on our own tonight. But I just found this out. So did you guys know that Poshmark has kitchen stuff? Like kitchenwares? Did you know that? I did not know that. I just read it in Bon Appetit. So I just got my issue today in the mail. This is the How 1971 Changed Food Forever. I thought it was kind of a cool cover. But on the inside they had this spread, which is totally cool. I'm gonna try maybe to do another vintage cooking video soon. But anyway, I just love this. I love this aesthetic, don't you? It's like, I love the aesthetic of your turkey sandwich. Actually, it's a ham sandwich. This is so interesting. So on the next page of this magazine, they talk about the Willy Wonka movie coming out. Who remembers watching that when they were a kid? I watched it so many times. And then in 1971, Starbucks also opened. Frankenberry. Do you guys remember that? I loved that cereal when I was a kid. It was so good. I feel like we didn't get it that often. It was like a super big treat, but I remember really liking it. And then Hamburger Helper. We ate that a lot in my dad's house. I didn't necessarily mind it. I kind of like the lasagna, Hamburger Helper, and the cheeseburger macaroni. And then, was this when the Big Mac was? Oh, they introduced the Quarter Pounder. Interesting. Yeah, this is an interesting issue of Bon Appetit. I don't know. I'm kind of on the fence about Bon Appetit. Like, I like their recipes sometimes, but sometimes I also find that they have a lot of other stuff in the magazine, like a lot of reading that I don't necessarily find all that interesting, but I don't know. Some of it is kind of cool. Look at this kitchen from 1971 versus today. So funny. Who remembers having that linoleum in their kitchen as a kid? And then they talk about 1971 was the introduction of the crock pot. That's interesting. That's cool. Yeah, oh, here's a poke cake recipe that they have. So anyway, I thought that was interesting. Do you guys subscribe to any food magazines? I would love to know what your favorite is. I think my favorite is definitely the Cook's Country magazines. They're a little bit pricier, but they don't have any ads in them. And I find the recipes to be really good and like mostly really family friendly, but I like looking through other magazines too. What's funny is like, I don't think I've renewed my subscription for this for like a year, and they just keep sending it to me. It's like, are you just, I don't think I've paid for this. Does that ever happen to you guys with magazines? All right, so the kids are in bed. I have been trying to get them to go to bed earlier and earlier because spring break's gonna be over, and you know, like they're gonna have a rude awakening when Monday comes. They have to get up at 6 a.m. or 6:30 anyway, but it's 9:45. No, what time is it? It's almost 11:15. I guess it was later than I thought. So I have about 4 loads of laundry to fold, so I'm gonna get that done tonight before I go to bed, and then hopefully tomorrow I can be a little bit more productive in terms of what I need to get done during the day. I need to work on some more decluttering in my office. I have a bunch of produce that I want to wash. Maybe do some meal prep for the week. Look at my schedule. I don't know. We'll figure it out. We'll figure it out in the morning, guys. Happy Sunday. It is almost 9 a.m. and we're gonna go make brunch, so come with me. Okay, so I've been looking forward to this all week. I know I'm so lame, but I'm starting out by cooking some hash browns. I have a skillet here with a little bit of butter and olive oil in it, and I'm just going to add some frozen hash browns, and I like to season those with salt and pepper. The ones that come in the freezer are not seasoned, so you definitely want to add that. Sometimes I also add garlic powder, but I decided not to on this particular day. And then I just cook those over medium heat until they're nice and crispy. I have 4 fillets here that I had thawed from the freezer, and I'm sprinkling these with some Uncle Chris's steak seasoning. One of you guys sent that to me and we love it. So I'm just seasoning those generously on either side, and I'll kind of let them sit and let the flavor soak in while I make some coffee. So I'm going to pour myself a cup of coffee. I wanted to get at least 1 cup in before I had my mimosa and ate. So I'm just having that with a little bit of half and half. And I also had this pineapple that was looking a bit questionable on the counter, so I wanted to get that cut up. There were a few brown spots, as you can see, that I had to end up cutting out, but for the most part it was still good, and I cut that up along with some strawberries so we could have that on the side of breakfast. We didn't end up eating all of that fruit at this point in time, but it's always great to have cut up fruit in the refrigerator. That way I can use it during the week for snacks and to put in the kids' lunches and such. So I'm going to transfer that pineapple to a bowl. I've been kind of liking those flexible cutting boards for that purpose. And then I have my Mise stainless steel skillet here, which is great because it makes a great crust on the bottom of the fillets. I can link that down below. I just have a tiny bit of avocado oil in there, and I'm going to put the steaks in and sear them on one side probably for about 4 minutes, flip them over, sear them for an additional 3 to 4 minutes, and then I actually finish them in a 400-degree oven for about 5 minutes. But you can obviously cook them to the desired doneness that you like. I also washed up some strawberries, and I'm going to get those into the bowl along with the pineapples, so a nice little fruit salad to go on the side. And here's what those steaks looked like after they were done cooking on the other side. So again, just going to pop those into the oven. And then Adam, of course, wanted some runny eggs with his steak. So I'm going to make those. I actually don't prefer runny yolks. Actually, really don't prefer eggs that much at all, but my family likes them, so I make them for them. So I'm just putting some eggs in a nonstick skillet and seasoning those with salt and pepper. And once they're done cooking on one side, I'm going to flip them carefully so as not to break the yolks. I think I had a success, even though it looks like here I was a little bit rough, but we are going to go ahead and plate those up along with some hash browns, and then I'm going to grab one of the steaks as well. Of course, we need some A1 with the steaks because that is the best steak sauce. And then I'm going to make a mimosa to go on the side. This is Adam's plate. So champagne, and then some of this orange juice from Imperfect Foods, and Bon Appetit. This was a delicious brunch, and I even took a nap later because I was full and I had a mimosa. So champagne made me tired, but this was definitely a win, and I would encourage you to do this at home as well. It's so fun. All right, so I'm up here in my office trying to clean out some things, and I just found a cup with some of my kids' baby teeth in it. Like, it's a Starbucks cup, but apparently I was hiding their baby teeth in it. Like, why as moms do we keep this kind of stuff? I don't know. I mean, I kept this cup because I really liked it, but I'm gonna throw it away now. But it's like, why? Why do we keep teeth? I don't know. Do you guys do anything like that? It's like makes me question my thinking. Okay, so I am going to go ahead and load the dishwasher for the 75th time this weekend. No, I'm just kidding, but I wanted to start making dinner, and so I had some dishes that I needed to get cleaned up. I definitely am not a fan of starting to cook dinner in a dirty kitchen, so I always like to try and clean everything up before I start that. I'm actually going to make some grilled chicken sandwiches for dinner on this evening with some fruit and some fries. I'll share that with you in a little bit. They turned out really good. I sort of feel like I wasn't as productive this weekend as I would have liked to be, but sometimes it's important to just have brunch and a nap, right? I've been trying to get better about taking naps. I told you guys I was trying out that app. I think it's called Rise Sleep. I downloaded it a couple weeks ago, and it calculates your sleep every night, and it also calculates it's your sleep debt. So meaning how far you are behind on sleep. And the guidance is to keep your sleep debt under 5 hours. And so mine had gotten up to like 6 hours during the week. But after I took that nap, it was down under 5. So I consider that a win. So now I'm going to hand wash some dishes. I've really been liking those produce keepers that I got from the Martha Stewart brand. They are not dishwasher safe, which is, I guess, my only complaint about them. But I like how they stack. I like the aesthetic of them. I like how they fit in my fridge. So I guess that's a trade-off. I haven't gotten ballsy yet and put one in the dishwasher, but maybe that will be coming soon. Do you guys ever do that? Like hand wash dishes after you get them for a while and then you're like, I just want to tempt fate and see what happens if I put this in the dishwasher. I feel like several of my dishes have met their demise in that fashion, but I'm going to go ahead and wash our pitcher. Sometimes we keep that in the fridge and I make like a Crystal Light orange juice drink out of it. And that's what we drink during the week for breakfast instead of regular sugary orange juice. So I'm going to start dinner. I have some heirloom chicken breasts that I'm going to put on a plate and season. These are available from Thrive Market, so definitely take advantage of that promo code down below in the link if you want to get 25% off. But I'm seasoning these with just a mix of leftover seasoning that I had. There's like some smoky paprika seasoning, some garlic and oregano seasoning. Sorry, I'm trying to get the focus to work there. And then some salt and pepper. I like to season my chicken breasts quite generously, otherwise they can be pretty flavorless. I'm adding some avocado oil to a nonstick skillet, and once that heats up, I'm just going to cook these in the pan for about 5 minutes per side, and then I'm going to finish them in the oven. So the best thing about these produce containers is that the design allows you to soak and rinse the produce in the same container, which is kind of good because my salad spinner was in the dishwasher. So I just have some green grapes here. I actually got 2 bags of these this week. My kids go through them really fast. They've been a lot sweeter than the red grapes around here recently. So it's always a pain to, take all of them off the vines and put them in the container and wash them. But pre-packaged, pre-washed grapes are just something that I cannot bring myself to spend the money on. So I definitely like to wash them myself. So I'm going to soak them in some really cold water with a little bit of vinegar for about 15 minutes. Now my chicken breasts are cooked on one side, so I'm going to go ahead and flip those to the other side. These were a little bit thick, so that's why I am deciding to finish them in the oven. If I had it to do over, I might cut them a little bit thinner, just because I was planning on using these for sandwiches. So here are my grapes after I washed them and I gave them a good rinse and drained them, and we had that on the side of our sandwiches. So another thing that I wanted to make this weekend to kind of prep for the week were some hard-boiled eggs. Connor asks for them sometimes, and I think sometimes he gets confused about how long they take to make. So I was like, well, I'll just prep some and then we'll have them for the week and he can have them for breakfast. So I'm going to boil those. And then these are the buns that I'm going to use for the chicken sandwiches. So these are the Dave's Killer Bread buns. They are, I think, white whole wheat. They turned out really, really good. I just brushed them with a tiny bit of melted butter and I'm just toasting them up in a skillet. You can see my stove is super dirty. I've got to clean that. But here's what the chicken looked like when it came out of the oven. It was super juicy and delicious. And for the kids' sandwiches, I'm going to go ahead and slice their chicken before I put it on their sandwiches, just because I thought it would be a little bit easier for them to eat that way. So you can see that the chicken is perfectly cooked inside. And then this is Adam's. So I'm adding some cheese, some arugula, some red onion, and then I'm adding some leftover kind of mayo Dijon sauce that I had from Green Chef, and here is what they looked like. These were so delicious. So one of you guys connected with me on Instagram and said that you were the designer or the food scientist that was on those provolone slices from Cracker Barrel, and I definitely recommend them. They are super good. So shout out to Shannon for making that cheese so delicious. I finished my hard-boiled eggs in some ice water, and then after dinner, I moved upstairs to do a little bit of cleaning. So I put some clothes in the washer, and my floor in my laundry room was a mess. I think Connor had brought his tennis shoes up there that were like super caked with dirt and just tossed them on the floor. So I was vacuuming that up. Now I'm going to do my skincare and take a shower. So I'm using the Clinique Take the Day Off makeup remover to remove my eye makeup. Apparently I look angry when I do that. I typically wear waterproof mascara, so it does take a little bit to get off. And then I like to use the Clinique Take the Day Off cleansing balm. I rub that all over my face, and then once I get in the shower, I'll lather it up and do a second cleanse. I'm having a breakout on my lower chin here, so I am using some Mighty patches. I'll link those down below. They're really, really effective for breakouts. I put on a little bit of toner, and then I'm going to use some of the Tula moisturizer. It's really thick, and it works great for either a daytime or a nighttime moisturizer. And then I'm going to put on my CeraVe retinol, which I've been loving. This is like my third or fourth bottle, and then my Neutrogena hyaluronic lip treatment, which is my favorite as well. So now it's time to put those clothes back into the dryer. I tried to stay caught up on laundry this weekend. I think I only had this one load that I didn't end up getting folded, but that's fine. At some point, I'm going to transition to washing the kids' clothes separately and then just giving them back to them in the basket, and they can fold them and put them away. Right now, I fold them and they put them away. And here is some mom life for you. I found these Nerf bullets in the bottom of the washer. Connor must have them in his pockets. So after I took a shower, I felt like I had a little bit of energy, so I went back downstairs and wanted to clean up the kitchen. So I'm just cleaning up my stove here, just a quick clean. I sprayed it down with some multi-surface spray, scrub that with a hot cloth, and then I'm just going to use some Windex to shine it up, put the grates back on. And I was so glad I did this because on Monday morning when I woke up, I had a clean stove. Hallelujah. I also needed to give my butcher block a little bit of a wipe down. Probably time for me to do another oiling of it, which is where I clean it and then I rub mineral oil on it and just kind of condition it, but I'll probably do that within the next couple weeks. So these eggs had been sitting here in the ice bath for several hours now, and I did that on purpose because I wanted to make sure that they would peel well, and some of them peeled well and some of them didn't. I actually think I had two different brands of eggs in this batch, and the one peeled fine and the other didn't, but that's fine. We salvaged them and obviously had some eggs then for the week. Connor's been eating them for breakfast, and then Adam made some egg salad out of them for lunch as well. Okay, so I busted out some new dish soap and hand soap. I haven't tried this kind yet. This is the Method Yuzu. I got this from Grove a long time ago and I just haven't used it yet, so got that out. And then I also watered all my plants. So I have a plant here behind my sink, and I have no idea what this is called. I feel like it's some type of lily, but it's done really well here. I bought it not long after we moved in, and it was just like a cheapy one from Walmart, but you can see that it's actually done really well. And then the other plants that I have that I just watered, these are these called money trees? I can't remember what they're called. No, they're not bamboo. I don't know. I literally know like zero about plants, but I've been able to keep these alive. So I have one over here, and then we need to figure out something to do with that trampoline. And then I have one over here. So I just watered those. I usually just water them about, I don't know, every 5 days, and they seem to do really well. And then over here in the corner, this is actually a plant that we split off from our bathroom upstairs, and it's done really well here too. I think this is called a snake plant or a mother-in-law's tongue or something like that. But you can see actually there's another sprout over here on this side. So yeah, it's been doing well. I always find it funny too when my mantle gets decorated with Legos. Connor put this together, I don't know, a couple months ago maybe. And of course he wanted to display it. So I told him he can put it up here on the, on the mantle by the TV, but I haven't made him put it away yet. All right, so I feel like I need to play a little bit of catch up on what we did today. So first of all, I did end up taking a nap. So I actually not got up after breakfast or brunch, which was delicious, by the way. I highly recommend doing your at-home brunch once in a while. Steak and eggs for breakfast with mimosas, delicious, can't beat that. Of course, anytime I drink a mimosa, it makes me tired. So then after we were, good God, that's a dishwasher. So then after we were done sort of like cleaning up the office a little bit, I lay down on the couch with Connor. I told you guys he kind of got into a little bit of a spill on his bike the other day. We got him a new bike and it has like the handbrakes, and he is left-handed, and so he's used to clasping the left brake, which I believe is the front brake, which means that if you're going fast and you brake in the front, you go over the front of the bike. So he had his helmet on, but he banged up he must have landed like on his face. I don't know how his teeth didn't chip. I felt so bad for him. He was obviously very upset, but he just ended up with like a scrape on his nose, a scrape on his upper lip. His upper lip was swollen a little bit, but it's starting to recede now. And then he's got, you know, some scrapes on his arms and a big scrape on his knee and whatever. And I told him, I'm like, you know, I feel like every kid gets in at least like one bike accident. I can remember when I was a kid, I was riding this like crappy little two-wheel scooter at my grandma's house, and there was this like big hill, this big like concrete road like hill by her house, and I was riding down this on this scooter. I was probably like 10 years old or something like that, and the brakes like failed, and at the end of the hill was like a busy street, and so to like save myself from like riding out into traffic, I just like dove off the scooter when I was going super fast, and I got banged up pretty bad. I ended up with like, I still have scars from it all over my elbows and knees. But anyway, I'm super thankful that obviously he's wearing a helmet, you know, but also too that nothing happened to his teeth, because it was Friday night when it happened, or like Friday evening, and I was like, oh my gosh, like I don't even know. I'm sure that the dentist will like see emergencies, but I was just so thankful that, you know, his teeth didn't chip off or whatever. But anyway, of course, then the other day he's like, can I ride my bike? And Adam's like, well, I need to make sure that it's okay, because he like, I mean, he wrecked it like pretty good. But anyway, what was I saying? So yeah, he's been super cuddly this weekend and wants to, you know, lay on the couch and stuff. So I was laying on the couch with him, and we ended up, well, I don't know if he fell asleep, but I fell asleep. So then that kind of cut into my productivity. And then I actually got ready today, like made myself up and everything, because I was gonna film a video for you guys, but then I ended up not doing that. So I guess I'll have to do it tomorrow after work, which I'm like, I don't know. But anyway, naps are good too, right? The other thing I was gonna say, I don't remember what night it was. If it was Friday or Saturday night. I feel like it was Friday night maybe. We played Connect 4. Adam and Connor played 10 games of Connect 4. And Adam won 9 times and Connor won 1. And Connor and I probably played maybe 6 or 8 games of Connect 4, and we were like half and half, which I thought was funny. Connor's actually really good at Connect 4. But then today after dinner, we did go outside and play basketball. Connor was like, let's go out, and it's actually really nice. It was pretty nice today. So we went outside and played a couple games of horse, and then we played knockout, which is actually kind of fun too. But yeah, actually Kira even came out and played with us, which, you know, she's like her preteen self. I was like, I don't know if she's gonna come out, but then she did end up coming out and playing basketball with us, and it was fun. So anyway, that's the one thing I like about having kids, is like they make you, I don't know, you just end up doing things that make you feel young again. Like, you know, if Adam and I didn't have kids, there's no way we would just go out and play basketball. You know what I mean? This is like, but when you have kids, you do fun things like that. So anyway, I felt kind of bad too, because, you know, this past week was their spring break and we didn't really do anything. Like, we didn't go anywhere, obviously. We weren't going anywhere, so we just ended up working. So I kind of feel bad. Like, they had a boring spring break, but it was like, what are you gonna do? You know, like with the current state of affairs, it's like not, I mean, I know some people are traveling, but like Adam's not vaccinated yet, so I don't think we really feel safe traveling yet until he is, and until a lot more people are. But anyway, the main things I wanted to get done this weekend were to get my laundry done, which I did, and really start working on the office clean out in preparation for that spin bike getting delivered next week. So that was good. And I wanted to get some more meal prep done and stuff too, which I didn't end up doing, but mostly it was just some produce that I wanted to get washed, so I can do that in the evenings after work too. But anyway, I think I'm gonna leave you guys for tonight. I feel like I'm forgetting something. Like, I feel like I'm forgetting to tell you something, but I don't know what it is. So okay, now I remembered what I was gonna tell you guys. So I was gonna tell you about these Kitsch scrunchies. So this scrunchie is actually made out of a microfiber towel, and so when you put your hair up in them, it actually helps your hair dry, which I think is awesome. So I can link them if I can find them. I feel like this is something I purchased off like an Instagram ad or something like that, but I really do like it, and I think it came in a pack of 2, and I gave Kira one too. And the other thing I wanted to say is don't forget to check out Thrive Market. Obviously, you guys know I love them. I'll have the link and all of the discount information down below. Thanks you guys for coming along with me this weekend. I always appreciate your support, and I will see you, I think, tomorrow for another video. Bye.